Hi guys, welcome to our channel again. Today is a very beautiful day for us. So, what are we doing again today, honey? You still remember?
I don't remember.
You don't
tell
remember?
Them.
You don't remember?
You tell them.
I know you always set a trap for this thing. Honey,
What trap?
when is our anniversary? Do you remember? When's the date for anniversary?
You only remember this year.
No, I always. How come this year? I always remember. Anyway, guys, we're celebrating our decade anniversary since I met this
10 years.
beautiful man. You know, spending 10 years together in these days, it's not easy. You know what I'm talking about. So, but we're not just spending the 10 years together in like pains, but by the grace of God, everything it's going nowhere, and by the grace of God, things are moving on better and better every day, right, honey? It's not like flawless relationship. It's not like it's perfect, but
it's bumpy.
But it's moving. At least you know this joy of salvation, this happiness at the end of every story. So it's always there. So
And 10 years after, this man bought me exactly what he bought for me on the first day we met.
I remember.
It was Hollandia.
And
shortbread.
No, this one was when I think when I took you out, right?
No, this was the very first day I noticed you. The day you saw me making
I think I didn't that day maybe I didn't see this shortbread. I bought you something like this because I remember you asked for shortbread.
I asked for shortbread.
Yeah, but I couldn't find it.
You found it
in Mama's store.
Yes, you found it.
I bought you.
You went around everywhere.
Yeah, I remember I found it in Mama's store.
Yeah, I think that was the last place you wanted.
The
to
last
check.
place, yes. That was the beginning of.
So he's been feeding me with shortbread for 10 years. Shortbread and Hollandia.
They actually opened my eyes for this biscuit.
This is a very sweet memory.
Yeah.
I can't outgrow Hollandia and shortbread. It's so sweet. And anyways, guys, it's been 10 years. We're celebrating our 10 years anniversary. It's not like 10 years marriage anniversary, yeah?
No, it's not 10
It's
years.
10 years of togetherness, yeah?
Yes.
We met 10 years ago. We don't even remember when we got married officially. Yeah.
That was,
we don't care actually.
Yeah.
You see, we don't.
Yeah.
I don't keep the dates, and we eventually along the way we got married officially, but we both don't care about the dates. In fact, it was very epic on that day because when we got married, we were both on duty. I was at work, you were at work. Yeah. We were both at work on our marriage day. The marriage was done in absentia.
Yeah.
And we were not there, so we don't have.
Both introduction.
Introduction was done in absentia.
Yeah.
Marriage was done in absentia.
Yeah.
So we don't have any official pictures from our marriage.
Yeah, our celebration.
Because we were not there. And we actually don't care about it. We felt like we were married from the onset.
From the beginning.
So we celebrate the time we met. We don't celebrate when we got officially married because we don't care about that.
Because both of our parents were already aware about everything.
Exactly. And we were living together way before we got married.
Yeah.
So we were already practicing that marriage thing from day one. So we celebrate the day we met, which is in November. Don't say the date.
Of course, November.
It's November. So this man has been feeding me with shortbread for 10 years. I am super excited. Actually, in this video, we are not going to be advising you guys or advising anybody on what to do or how to do their marriage or what to do in their marriage. we are only going to tell you guys what we have learned in the past 10 years. What we've learned based on our own experience. We're not telling you to do what we say or to do it because we said that's what we did.
Yeah?
We are just going to tell you what we have learned. So you start first.
Yes.
Tell me and the world what you have learned in the past 10 years. What you have learned in our marriage, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
Beautiful. So, first, what I've learned in this marriage, and which I think, because I have told you several times, you see the way we lived, that's how my dad and my mom, they used to live together, like, and like oneness. One thing I have learned, which is very, very, very prominent, it's, as a couple, if you are together, if you are one, if you come together and say, let's do it together, this person is not fighting for his own cause, the other one is not fighting for her own cause, that family always grow from one stage, from one level to the other.
So teamwork.
Teamwork, putting heads together. That's a summary. Teamwork, oneness is very important in marriage, which God already has said, whether in Bible, whether in Quran. Once you get married, you become one. That's it. Your intention should always be one. That is one. Then secondly, is sometimes you have to learn how to deny yourself of what you feel like it's right. Sometimes.
So compromise.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes you have to compromise. Sometimes you have to just take the pains. Sometimes you have to accept that you are wrong when you are right. You don't have to wait for any explanation when the thing is going higher and higher, as my colleagues will do at my workplace.
Okay, at this point, I feel like you're advising people. You're supposed to be telling us what you learned. So
this is what I learned.
You could be giving example.
Yeah, I'm giving an example. I'm not telling people. I'm telling you what I learned.
Real life example from our experience.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Or you don't anyway. Sometimes what we learn. What we learn or what we observe in people, people themselves, they don't know, but you know.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling you? So what I learned is this: sometimes you have to compromise, which you also, How can you tell me you don't know?
I do. No, I'm not saying.
Or you just like you want the public to know, or you just.
No, I'm saying you shouldn't sound like you're advising people.
No, I'm not advising. I'm just. It can still be an advice to them, but it's not. I'm just telling you my own personal experience, what I have learned.
Exactly, that's what we want.
Yeah, what I have learned. So I've learned that I have to learn to compromise. In marriage, one must compromise. That I have learned. Secondly, hard work pays. Hard work. From school I already knew you're hardworking. Hardworking, determination, and focus. It helps. It helps. I remember those days. You remember when we were living in Satwa. I knew that the level of life would change if God permits, and by the grace of God, with hard work, with focus, with determination, cooperation, things changed. And another thing that I have learned in this marriage is the fact that a man is the head of the family does not mean that he's right
all the
every time. If sometimes I sit down when we discuss some things or when we have some little argument or whatsoever, I go to my hidings when I'm at work, when I'm on the road, I'm walking, I keep thinking, recapping, I visualize it. I visualize everything. that's happened, that transpired, you know, I just visualize. When I put it in the picture, then I just say, no, this is wrong and this is right.
So that's when you come back sometimes apologizing.
Yeah, that's why sometimes I come back, I apologize, I tell you, you know, these things I have done, I'm not supposed to do it, I'm so sorry. It's not like someone is advising me, but you know this also, it takes the fear of God.
At first, I used to think that you spoke to someone.
No, I didn't. I never asked anybody for advice in my life.
You know, in the beginning, remember when I used to say, you don't
want to involve family.
No, I used to think you were telling Daddy.
I know.
And Daddy was advising you.
Yes.
So I used to, every time you come back apologizing, I would say, you've gone to talk to Daddy, yeah? You reported me to your father, yeah?
I remember those days. No, it's not. Look, every man should always have a quiet time, a time of meditation, progressive meditation. It's not like blaming. Should have a constructive, solemn time. When you have to talk to yourself, you have to talk to your inner man, let that inner man whisper to you. But these have to be based on righteousness. You have to tell yourself the truth. You don't have to don't allow that hearings to give you excuses, to give you reasons that you're right.
Drink your juice.
Thank you. So you understand? I'll tell you one story. There was a day something happened, my manager was like, no, it can't be like that. You are a man. I said, no, sir, actually this is my fault. No, Solomon. Even if it's your fault, even if it's black, you say it's white, because you're a man, automatically it's white. He said like that. He said because you say it's white, even if it's black.
What was this about?
No, there was something that happened one time. So he said like that. I laughed. I said, no. And I said, no, sir. For me, it's not like that. It's black, it's black. It's white, it's white. That's me.
Okay,
so
for me,
yeah.
I have learned too many that I can mention.
Yeah, I know.
Too many things.
These are less. The one I mentioned is less. Just say something.
No, you have your time again.
Yeah.
But for me, I have learned patience.
All right.
You know, I didn't have patience when we met. I even up till now, I still don't have patience.
Yeah, sometimes you don't have. Sometimes I feel like I want to slap your mouth.
I still don't have patience, but I have improved. Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, so
in so many ways.
So I can say I have learned patience.
Yes.
I've learned to be patient.
Patient.
More than I used to be. Even though I still don't have patience.
You at least you've improved. More than 60-70%.
Exactly.
It's a pass now.
Then I have learned tolerance.
Yes, tolerance.
You know, there are not too many, but there are things that I don't like that you do. But
before you do not tolerate.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I never thought I would have tolerated something like that in my entire life. Like, I'll just screw you. Like, screw you and walk away. But
the walking away is not the best, you know?
No, I mean...
Yeah, I understand.
The me that I know. So, but I have learned to tolerate if I have to stay married, yeah?
Yes.
And then I have learned to compromise. I've learned to compromise.
But tolerance, sorry to cut you short. Tolerance not only in marriage. It's in everywhere.
In everything, yeah?
Yeah. Like what you were telling me today, you know, when we're coming back from work, you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah. So I have learned to compromise. You know I don't want this.
Yeah.
But you want it.
Yeah, I just want it to look beautiful. That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I never wanted makeup. I don't like fashion. But I do them for you. Yeah. So I have learned some. What else? There are too many things that
You want me to remind you some?
Yeah.
Okay. You've learned how to stay positive, how to walk. That is the major thing. How to walk by faith, not by sight,
and not by walk also.
Yeah, not by walk.
Okay, I used to be. Maybe I would have become hypertensive.
Yeah.
I would have become hypertensive if I didn't meet you. I have learned from you to be very positive, optimistic.
Yeah.
Like, learn to take things one at a time. Like, to not overthink.
Overthink, yeah.
I think I still hide to do that.
You still do it. You still believe.
I just don't let you see it.
Yeah, you still believe. Like, like as I always tell you, I told you that what is written is already written.
Yeah. But I worry too much.
Yes.
I just worry too much.
Yes.
I would have become hypertensive anyway.
Yeah.
But you saved me.
God saved you. God saved you.
I have learned that. I have learned to trust God.
Yeah. More than you ever.
More than I used to do. And
it's working, right?
It was even working when I used to worry a lot. When I didn't know better.
Yeah.
It was working, but I wasn't just seeing it the way I should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was not going the direction you wanted.
That I wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have learned to. I have learned so many things. I think I was not just ready when we met. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have made a good wife if I married someone else. I wouldn't have made a good wife. Maybe I would have walked away because I was that girl who does not take nonsense.
Yeah.
And I was on the high horse, I was I used to be very insulting, remember?
Of course, yes.
But to me,
you were doing
I was doing the right thing because if you misbehave, if you do something wrong, then you deserve to be insulted. You deserve to be told. I'll tell you the way it is without blinking. Like, I'll tell you what you've done, what you deserve to hear. But I didn't know when to draw the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know how to say it to the man I call my husband. Yeah.
Yes. How to bring it out
without being insulting.
Yes, because there are ways a man or your superior has, like, let's just say, like if my father have done me something very, very bad, I cannot go and meet him and say, Daddy, you see that thing you do today, eh? If not, you are my father, I would have slapped you out. No,
I could say that,
of course,
in those days.
Then your father, first of all, everything that he has done will vanish from his brain.
Yes.
He will ask himself,
are you talking to me?
Son? Is he talking to me? Or he's talking to somebody behind me? At that particular point in time, your dad has forgotten everything he has done wrong. He will not capitalize on what you said. Yes. So relationship is like that. Sometimes in marriage, the way you bring, you see me, for instance, there are things that I do sometimes that
this cloth is stressing me.
Sorry, darling. There are things I do sometimes that I come home. You know the way you talk to me. It's okay. You don't need to. Yeah. The way you talk to me, I will not say anything. And you notice there are some times that I know that you are very, very upset. I will not even look at your face. I will not even say anything. Why? Because of what? Respect. You understand? At that point in time, not like I don't want to say sorry. But at this point in time, I become like, God, how will I face her? You understand? When you become respectful, calm, there is a way you blow the whistle to the man. even sometimes you don't even want to blow whistle. Just do as if nothing happened. Nothing has happened. The whistle will blow itself to his ear. That's why you see sometimes I cannot say anything. You understand, right?
But there's no way I could have done that.
Yeah, there was no way back there.
In the past.
In the past, there was no way. Yeah.
I'll give it to you just the way you needed it, just the way you deserve.
The first time we started staying together. The first time we started staying together. You know how I used to laugh you. Like you still remember? I used to tell you that when you do something, I tell you, I see you like my child, like my daughter.
I used to hate that thing. You do something wrong.
Yeah,
I'll correct you, and the next thing you'll be telling me, you see me like your daughter. Like, are you my father?
Yeah.
I'm telling you what you've done wrong, and you're. Oh my God! I remember that day. I remember that day. I think you just came, and that lady. What was her name?
Now you're back here. I've forgotten.
Yeah, you took sides with her. Like what you said. Maybe you were not taking sides with her.
I was not taking sides.
But what you said and how you said it, knowing that you didn't know the background story
of the story,
it sounded to me like you took sides
with her
without even knowing the background story and without even asking me.
And you reacted so badly.
Oh my God! I was like, who does that? Are you for real? I don't even remember the things I told you. But I know I told you terrible things.
So many things. I laughed.
I know I told you terrible things. I don't remember them.
I was upset, but I was like,
I see you as my child. Ooh, me how?
Of course, because even mommy, you know mommy. Sometimes I just talk with her. Mommy is like my son. Please, I know my daughter. You know her very well. Please, you have to take her as your last born.
Hey!
And I used to, no, look.
Mama.
Not because mommy told me that thing, but because there are things you do sometimes, you know you have this energy. There is energy in it.
Oh! In it?
Yeah, the energy was there, but there were some places you needed to apply wisdom, which you never applied wisdom. You put the same energy. That's where you used to go wrong. You understand, right? But until you learned where to put energy and where to put wisdom.
It took you time to do that, yeah?
Yeah, it took me time, of course, because in your own eyes,
I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, in your own eyes, you were wise. You were doing the right thing.
It took me time to realize that I was wrong in a way, not entirely.
No, of course, not entirely.
In a way.
That's what I said.
I think there's something you said to me that day. You said that, what did you say? I think it was the day that I said something terrible, and then you said that there's a way I could have said it. I don't remember exactly, but that was the day that I realized, you're right. Okay, I think you said something like, you don't correct a man you call your husband in that manner. Something like that.
Correcting a mistake.
A child.
Yeah, you're correcting a mistake
by making a
mistake. Correcting a mistake by making a mistake.
Normally, the way I corrected you that day was not wrong. It was only wrong because you're my husband. If I corrected someone else like that, it wouldn't have been wrong, yeah? That's what you meant, yeah? Like, the way you correct other people...
Yeah, of course. Look, I told you...
Should be different from the way you correct the man you call your husband, yeah?
Yeah, apart from the man you call your husband. Look, the man you call your husband, your elder sister, let's assume your opportunity to be very rich. Your elder sister does not have money, or your elder brother does not have money. If your elder brother does something wrong, which is not very, very heinous, like, not very, like, you understand? But there is still a way you can present it. You will not present that same issue with that man or that your senior sister with the same way you present it with the younger ones or your staffs at work.
Okay.
You get my point? Because
that was actually the day that I agreed with you, yeah? That was the first time I agreed with you.
Because you later apologized, like, okay, you're right. I was like, are you just saying this because of peace to reign? Or you really acknowledge?
Yeah, no, that was the first day I agreed. And from then, I started learning to be respectful.
Yeah.
I've really
you were respectful in your own way.
In my own way, yeah?
Yeah, in your own way, but there were so many things that, like, especially like, saying some negative words to you. To someone you call like your fiancé, your fiancé, or your husband.
There was no time in this life you called yourself my fiancé or I called you my fiancé. It was husband.
I know.
Even when we were not married.
Yeah.
So
no, of course, it was beautiful. You know, the first thing, don't forget, from the onset when we started dating, may her soul rest in peace, Kaka. You remember she gave you forward away from Akwa Ibom, you brought it to school that year. So that was the first time that I know that yes, both families have accepted each other. We were talking with my mom freely, with my sisters freely. So it's, my Sima, and I'm very happy that this one day, I didn't date that much. I told you, right? That was one of the reasons that when I met you in school, I was being like scared to talk.
You're not dating?
Yeah, no, I don't like that much. So, but our relationship was very beautiful, and I've learned, and both of us, we've learned a lot from it.
We have really evolved.
We've learned, as we've said, like tolerance, patience, focus. Because you also, I learned something from you.
What is that?
Of course, I learned something from you, which is, I already knew that, but when I met you, it was like, you sharpened it, you strengthened it.
What was that?
As the Bible says, the iron sharpened iron. You understand? So the attitude of being very, very determined. If I want this thing, I must get it. Until I get it, I will not rest.
So you learned that from me, but you always always tell me that. I know you. If you want it, you so you admire it.
I admire that in you because it's something that lives in me. Yeah. So when you see someone doing something that you know this is the right thing from school,
but the way you say it to me, you don't make it look like you admire it, and then you make me think that I'm the only goal getter.
No, it's not like that. I think sometimes you forget things. You remember on top of when the first time I met you, you've forgotten something. I told you that you're going somewhere.
I haven't forgotten. I can't forget it.
I said you're going somewhere. I said because the way I see you go to school, you go to store, you still come back 12 midnight in Ekuma. There's no steady light. It's not abroad. You have to go to the corridor. You start cooking, doing this and doing that. I told you that you will go far with this determination, this hard work and focus that you have. I told you, maybe you forgot, and you kept it up after 10 years. So.
Consistency.
Yeah.
It's because I wasn't pretending.
Yeah, of course.
It's in me.
Yes, that's what I'm telling you. Myself, it's inherent in me. Just as sometimes I don't do it the way you do it.
You try to calm me.
Yeah, I don't do it the way you do it because you put full force in it. Full
100.
force. Yeah, full force.
Gear 100.
But me, I don't put full force. There are some times I slow down. There are some times I know this is the time to hit it up. Then I hit it up.
When I accelerate.
Yes.
Full.
Yeah. So guys, that's a little bit about us, and I believe that as we learn from people every day, 1 or 2% can learn and one single thing from this also.
Okay.
We are not like saying this as advice, but it's good because we are being real here. We are being natural. We are not just saying this because not because we just want people to watch or just to view it, but at least 1 or 2 person can learn.
Based on our own experience. Raw, sincerely, honestly. Yeah. This is what we have learned. Yeah. It's only a few because we've evolved a lot.
So much.
It's only those people who knew us from the beginning, that can really understand what we are saying.
Yeah.
Jimo, hi. If those people who knew us from the beginning watch us now, they will know that whatever we are saying is true, and we've really
There's no
hi Obey.
You know best, you know.
So we have learned a lot from each other. I have learned more from him because he's been this wise man from the beginning, and I was that very, I wouldn't say nonchalant. I was just too strict. I wasn't ready to take any nonsense.
Yeah.
I didn't think I would take any nonsense. I didn't think I would compromise or tolerate or try to please anyone who doesn't deserve to be pleased, you know. I used to be like that, but he's changed me a lot. I'm glad he didn't just get rid of me, right? I'm glad he didn't get rid of me. Instead,
there's no way I would have done that.
He molded me to his suitability. Yeah, I can say that. Yeah,
I remember those times you used to tell me like, why is it that I'm the one complaining? Why is it that only me I'm the one complaining?
Because actually you were the only one complaining. No one ever complained.
But you see, because I saw something wrong, I wanted to change it because other people will not complain because they don't care about your future. I cared about your future because your future was my future and is my future.
Thank you, Mr. Future. So guys, let's not bore you. Let's not bore you. We're excited to be together for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's not easy. It's not been very rosy. We have gone through a lot. In fact, we broke up. We broke up. We broke up in the 2nd year.
Yeah. But after 1 year, we came back.
Then we stayed apart for 1 year, but believe me, that was the worst 1 year of my life.
Remember those days you had the phone and
I used to hide my phone number and call you. I was super angry with you. Like, I was super duper angry with you. I wouldn't want to see you.
Calm down. Calm down. Before you become angry now.
I would hide my phone number and call him just to hear his voice, Then you'd pick the call.
Hello.
You keep saying hello. I'll just keep quiet. I'll just be listening. And I always did that when I was in my bed, So I'm just lying down, pretending like I'm hugging you. You keep saying hello. I'll just keep quiet. Hello, I'll keep hugging you. And then when you eventually end the call, I'll just drop the phone and start crying. IT, my friend.
I the witness.
I think you should watch this. When you watch this, you'll remember all of this. So
anyway, it's beautiful. Hope to see you guys again. Subscribe to our channel, please, and let's keep the street moving.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for always coming back to watch our videos. And please, if you haven't subscribed, just click the button. It's free. It won't cost you anything, but it will mean a lot to us if you just subscribe. Thank you, and see you in another video.
See you. Thank you.
Ciao.